Hello Team Goal. So today's video is going to be very straight, simple, and I hope useful. I'm going to be talking about how you should start your YouTube channel. I get a lot of questions by a lot of you guys asking me what sort of equipment to use, what sort of editing softwares you can use, and essentially every single thing that relates to being a YouTuber. All of the products and my suggested products are going to be in the description box below. So if you want to buy any, or if you just want to research, you can open the description box and click the links of all of the products. I'm going to be listing it down. One of the most important things, actually the most important thing when you have to start a YouTube channel and you want to buy equipment is to decide what is your budget. Now, most of the people that want to start a YouTube channel are either students or people that do have disposable income. Now, if you're a student, if you do not have any disposable income, you would obviously ask your parents to buy you your equipment. A lot of times parents can be very stringent on the amount of money they want to spend, particularly for something like YouTube, because parents really don't trust how well you're gonna do on YouTube. That's why whatever your parents think is okay for them to spend, kind of budget it out. Most important, tripod. Do not stack books and put your camera on top, because it's going to give you a straight angle and you can't really maneuver the camera like to any other angle. Plus, it's very dangerous. Your camera might fall off and you don't want that. So in terms of camera, if you do not have a big budget, if you don't have a budget at all, okay, so camera, I'm pretty sure you've heard it quite a bit, is your phone camera, because it's cheap, you already have it. Believe it or not, your phone camera is the reason why consumer cameras are pretty much dead. The quality of most of the cameras on your phone is amazing. A lot of them have very good quality video recording, given that you record from the back camera, not the front camera. Any smartphone that's the best in your family, just ask somebody if I can record the video, and you can transfer the video on your laptop and then you can edit it. If you do have a medium size budget, let's say from 1,000 to 25 or 30,000, there are quite a lot of cameras in the market for that. These cameras are called entry-level cameras, and these cameras have the basic capability. The sensor size is quite small, but at the same time they have all of the functionalities that you would require for YouTube. Now, a lot of people fight between Canon and Nikon. I'm a Nikon user myself and I really like it. I've been using this camera that I'm shooting with for I think around 5 years or 6 years. This is the only DSLR that I've ever owned and I really like it. The cheapest sort of DSLRs are the DSLRs that are just basic, small sensor size, do not have any mic input, as well as do not have any flip screens. You can go for the Nikon 3300 and you can also go for the Canon EOS 1300D. Both of these cameras do not have any flip screen. They're not really fancy, but if budget is a problem, you can just buy those and everything is going to be fine. Personally, I have never used a camera with a flip out screen. All throughout my YouTube, I have used the same camera. It does not have a flip screen, but I do know that using a camera with a flip screen definitely helps. It saves a lot of time. It helps you autofocus and you can see whatever you're doing. Sometimes it's a little confusing because you keep on looking back and forth, but still it is a better idea. So if your budget is more than 20, if your budget is between 20 to 30, then definitely go for a camera that has a flip screen. Nikon has 5500 and Canon has 700D. Both of these cameras have a flip out screen. They have an external mic input, which means that if you do not like the audio, you can put a mic on top and then you can plug it in and it'll just record the voice. Mostly have a touch function. They also have quite a lot of Wi-Fi capabilities and they're a little fancy schmancy compared to the ones that I told you before. A lot of people think that if I buy a camera for $1 lakh, it's going to be like the best camera ever, but that's not really the case, because every single camera is for a different consumer. As a YouTuber, you need something that's quick, you can set up yourself, it's very easy to use and doesn't really take a lot of technical, expertise. Second thing I think is quite important is audio. This is the audio from the external mic. This is the audio from the camera. As you can most probably hear, there's going to be a lot of background noise. My own voice will be very less, and you could hear like most probably my AC or other things like crickets or something. So because you want to lessen the noise around you, you use an external microphone. Now this is additional, you don't necessarily have to buy it right off the bat, because I'm assuming you would be investing quite a lot in your camera. So microphones are not really going to be your thing, but definitely something that you could buy after saving a little bit would be an external microphone. If you want something better than your camera audio that cancels out most of the noise, but you don't have any money whatsoever, try this. You can use your own headphones. These are the kinds that come with your phone. I'm talking about the ones that have a mic input right here. So you put these on your ear and then you can talk through this. These sort of microphones are not the best quality microphones, but if you have them pretty close to you here, they cancel out most of the noise around you. It's not the best audio, to be completely honest, but I did this for like a while because I just really liked how it sounded. You take your microphone like so, you take these wires, you flip them back, and then you put a clip here and you can just place it like so here, or you can do it in the inside of your clothes if you really want to hide it. Put it on your phone, and there are quite a lot of applications and you can use to record your audio. I use this one called Smart Voice Recorder. It's pretty basic. For iOS it's different, for Android it's different. So there are different applications that record your audio, but any would do. Pretty okay. There are a lot of microphones, but if you do have a budget for a microphone, you can definitely invest in either a shotgun mic or a lavalier. It truly depends on what you want. Like if you think that you want a compact setup and you just want to put a microphone on top of your camera, and if you feel like that's about it and you're not going to be like quite away from your camera most of the time, then you can definitely invest in a shotgun mic. Goes on top of your camera in the hot shoe, and it's quite easy to use, and you just put the plug in the external microphone jack and you're pretty good to go. If you want a lavalier mic, which is the mic that you can put on your collar inside, the one with the wire, then you can definitely invest in that as well. If you want something that's way crisper and you have control over, then get the lavalier. If you really want to have everything compact, go for the shotgun. So what a lot of people do is they use an external microphone like the Zoom one, and they plug it with a lavalier mic and they put it here so that it's easier. They don't really have to concentrate on where the shotgun is and all of that. So that's again something that you could do. Just record an Instagram story. Popular demand, I am doing a video right now that is for beginners. So if you want to start doing YouTube, check this video out. It's going to be uploaded today or tomorrow. Let us apply some filter on there. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram for my Instagram stories and updates, and if you have any questions, if you just want to talk to me about anything, you can definitely follow me on Instagram. My user ID is Delhi Fashion Blogger. One of the most burning questions has been lighting. People ask me, how are my videos so nicely lit, and how is the background nicely lit and all of that. So one of the most important things about doing a video is to make sure that you're close to a very bright light source. It could be a bulb that's very bright, it could be a tube light that's very bright. If you see right now, I always turn on most of the lights around me when I am recording. So my fluorescent tube light is on, so that's why the background looks a little bright. Then I have the fairy lights, which kind of make it even more bright. And then I have this one right here. It's a small FCL, EFL. There is a bulb here that I always turn on. So all these together make a very bright looking picture. If you do not have any budget whatsoever for lighting, your best solution is natural light. All you need is to sit in front of a window, and that's it. The only problem with this is that you don't always have natural light, and if it gets cloudy it becomes a huge problem because clouds go in and out and the sun kind of goes. So it's a little unpredictable, this method, but I mostly use only natural light because I feel like it highlights the colors very beautifully and it gives like a really nice warm tinge. If it's nighttime, you don't have any budget, you don't want to buy external lighting systems and all of that, all you do is you sit in front of the brightest tube light at home. Make sure that it's not a yellow toned light because that is going to ruin the color balance. Find a tube light at your home, sit right in front of it, put the camera in front of you and just record. That's the easiest thing that you can possibly do. The second thing that you have for videos is the umbrella setup. It's essentially a tripod like thing, and it has umbrellas in front of it and it has a small bulb inside that umbrella so that when you turn it on it basically just sheds light everywhere. It's quite nice because you can fold the umbrella and you can take it off. Umbrella setup I personally feel is the best if you are a beginner because it doesn't take too much of time, it doesn't take too much of space, and it's quite nice. A lot of people ask me, how do you edit your videos, how do you put text in your videos, and how do you do all these things? And I know it sounds really complicated, but you don't really need to be overwhelmed with the amount of options that you have. I'll tell you some basic editing softwares that you can use. They have every single thing that you would need, it's just that they are basic. They're also free, so that's good. If you have a Mac or if you have a Windows, both of them have their own designated, original to the system editing softwares. Windows has the Window Movie Editor and Mac has its own. I feel that the Mac one is way nicer than the Windows one in terms of like the effects that you can put, but at the same time the Mac one is the most used. So if you want something that looks a little different, maybe the Windows would be better for you. Get some experience in editing, get your hands dirty, try different things, practice on these editors very well, and then go towards the next step. For beginners, I would recommend the basic editing softwares that I just mentioned. Another one that I would recommend if you do not have Windows editing software, because a lot of Windows laptops do not have them, is VideoPad editor. VideoPad editor is something that I used, I don't even know for how long. It's the most easy, it's very light on your system, so if you don't have a lot of space, it's not really going to crunch up more space than what it requires. It's so easy to use and you can do every single thing in it, and you can put all the text, you can put all the effects. So definitely VideoPad video editor is something that you should look forward to. No Premiere Pro, no Final Cut Pro. I think those softwares are something that you would like, if you use them, there's just so many options, so many buttons, there's just so much physics and perspective involved in editing a normal video, and also it takes like crazy amounts of time and space to render those videos. Rendering means it goes from cut pasted shots and then it becomes one video, so even that takes a long time and it takes a lot of space. So if you want quick YouTube videos, all of the softwares that the pros use is not something that YouTubers can or should use, the ones that are beginning their YouTube journey. So I would suggest stay with the 3 that I told you. Practice, get the hang of it, and then go towards the other ones. Believe me, even if you have practiced a lot on the 3 that I've told you, when you get to like Premiere Pro and Final Cut Pro, you're just gonna be like, what is happening? You're not really doing a course in all of these video editing softwares, but you're actually learning it on your own, so you would take a little bit more time than somebody that's a pro. That's it. That was my video for YouTube beginners. I hope this is useful, and if you have any questions or any queries in general, you can ask me in the comments box below or on all of my social media. All of my social media links are going to be in the description box.